Glad you could join us from Research Stadium in Corvallis, Oregon. EA Sports College Football continues with a late-season Week 12 showdown here. It's the Texas State Bobcats and the Oregon State Beavers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. The Beavers headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bobcats offense will have the football first. And this guy doubtless will be a huge part of the game plan. He's worked his way into this passing attack, and the coaches are very pleased with his progress.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And breaks into the open. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Running to Green.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run the option. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And the Bobcats will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. So Oregon State's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And, David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding. It's been tremendous so far.
Yeah, can he keep it up is the question. And I think when I think back to the first half of this college football season, I think a lot of the most memorable moments and the best highlights have been this guy, right? He has shown up for his football team. He's done incredible things. Can he do that now in the second half of the season and make that Heisman push?
Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
From the gun, the running back has it. Picks up the first down. Maybe some room here. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Beavers with the 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Douglas. Moves around to clear up the vision. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
And that's a good sight to see from this defense. Last week, they gave up a ton of points in a loss. This week, get a deflection early. Hopefully see the ball a little bit better, play the passing game better. This defense definitely has to improve from what it was a week ago.
Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Finds his tight end. They'll bring him down just outside the 25 at the 26, certainly well within field goal range. But let's see if they choose to go for it here. And the Beavers will try to move the sticks on 4th down. There he goes. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Leaves it with the back. At the 40, there he goes. Lots of running room. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Right back to the well. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Finding some room. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas State. I think it's fair to say he didn't exactly have blazing speed on that one, but efficiently maneuvers his way into the end zone.
He had enough speed, Reese, to get into the end zone. That's what he had. That's all you need. You don't have to have the fastest 40 time in the world. Can you get in the end zone? Yes, he can.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop you.
They'll go right back to it. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
He's got it down the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. To the air, it's Douglas. Finds his big tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Beavers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run play action. It's complete to the left. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Beavers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. Could be an alley. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left.
Listen, I know that game didn't get very much, but I love getting the tight ends involved. Get everybody involved in the offense. Make me cover the whole field. Keep everybody a little bit honest.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Oregon State!
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Texas State takes the field, hoping to get this drive started. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Motion from the wideout. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Here comes the option. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Trying play action. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about hitting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Beaver offense, ready to go. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. On that last drive, defense had no idea Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Beavers! This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
It's searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the...
Makes the grab and room to run. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Bobcats are in the hurry-up.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must-score. But, man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Looking for a man. It's Alexander. Under fire. And it's a sack. The Beavers using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Bobcats will line up to punt it away. Wants to return it. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Oregon State sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Got enough for the first. There he goes. He's at the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on it.
Free up the gut. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Dropping back, it's Alexander. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Lamb. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that, so.
Looking for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas State.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Timeout is called, and that will be the second charge to Oregon State. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Makes the grab down the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Douglas. He's got an open man. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. The Bobcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Sets up the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the inside. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. To the air, it's Douglas. Working the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down.
Here's a little room there. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Beavers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Firing to the right, complete. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Beavers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Out of the gun, the inside give. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
so close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the Beavers want to move quickly. A first down run on the doorstep. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. On the option. Tripped up for the tackle.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Back to throw, it's Alexander. Rush is on him. And they got it.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Oregon State sideline, there is so much enthusiasm on the sideline right now. This running back has been brilliant today. Over 200 yards rushing, and he continues to run strong. The coaches told us he gets stronger as the game goes on. We'll see how much longer they keep him out there. But the big lead, he has been brilliant so far today. Back to you.
We keep an eye on that, Holly. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football. He's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Douglas. He's got him this time. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
You know, on a 3rd and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it's on 4th down.
Field goal is good. And now the lead is extended.
and just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards.
Break. Here we go.
Motion from the wide receiver. Snags it, and he's open. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Boy, if that 1st down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The AT unit on the field. And it's perfect. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. And send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going to run it. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. The penalty pushes the offense back for this 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds the tight end. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. On the move, he fires. It's caught down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. Might have a chance. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Beavers are in the red zone. They're going to ride this running back. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Dropping back, it's Douglas. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Beaver! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. That would have put a little extra distance, give them a little cushion down the stretch.
And there was a little bit of hope, but you just snatched away with that touchdown. This game is now over.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas State takes the field, hoping to get this drive started. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route.
Makes the grab on the big throw. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. And the Bobcats right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Back open in the middle. At the 35, he's got room. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Snagged in the middle, it's Hall. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Wants to throw. It's Alexander. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Here comes the heat. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
This late in the game in the 4th quarter, they're in 4-down mode every single drive in possession, trailing by as much as they are. So down here in the red zone, you throw an incompletion, no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again. Can the defense step up?
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. And as he throws, touchdown Bobcats. Makes the grab in the corner.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. A strong, methodical,